Okay, so this is a little dermabrasion we're gonna do. This isn't micro dermabrasion, this is macro dermabrasion. So we're basically, if you kind of zoom in here, it's basically a little sandpaper wheel. This one has a little diamond coating rough surface like a sandpaper, and when you push it, it spins. So what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna come in over, this patient has some old scars from some reconstructive surgery on the forehead, and they're pretty faint, but you can still see them. So we're gonna come in and we're basically going to, what we're doing is, when the scars are a little uneven, if we grind the surface down so it's more flat, the scars become less visible. So we're just gonna go over and basically grind down the scar on either side and the scar itself with this. And what that does is it helps flatten out the surface. And we wanna grind down to the dermis. Now this is good in patients who are low scar risk or good scar formers. You don't really want to do this in patients who have a high risk for keloids or forming pigment problems. So you can just kind of see we're going over. And really, microneedling is a lesser form of this. This I think works a little better for scars. I don't think microneedling works as good as this. But this is a little more painful. Fortunately, our patient's under anesthesia today. So, can I get a moist Raytech, please? So you can just kind of see we're just grinding down to that layer of dermis where it bleeds, just like when you skin your knee. And that's really how we do the dermabrasion. So if there's some irregularities on either side of the scar, it grinds it down so that basically instead of there being irregularities or what we call pin cushioning, it makes it flat. So I think that spot we're probably good, and we'll move along to this scar over here. We could show some of this with the overhead camera if we want to. This also works well for patients who are very light skinned, who have those fine lines around their lips that looks like, we call them smoker's lines around their lips. You can do this procedure and grind those lines down. But they've got to be really fair skinned, good scar formers, otherwise you could get areas of discoloration.